Well, hey everybody, happy September. It is exciting for what we've got going. I'm really glad that they actually had our promo go, our pre-Labor Day promo. It went into September. And so I don't know about you, but I'm ahead for the month. Have you guys looked at your volume report? Do you know if you're ahead for the month? Okay, well, we're gonna talk a little bit about stuff like that today. And share some. Oh, it just kicked me off with the other one. I'll have to get back on again. So a couple of things that I thought would be important for us to go over is our trainings on Tuesday night. It's going to take a little bit of a time to get in the habit of being back on Tuesdays because I was actually looking. Did you know we had Tuesday night trainings back in prior to 2020, Deanna? Did you remember that? But basically in 2020, we switched to Monday nights for some reason. And for the last 4 years, we've been on Monday nights. And then because of volleyball schedule and stuff that I've got going on.
Recording in progress.
Sorry, turn the volume off again. Monday nights don't work. So Tuesday nights it is. And we're doing 8 o'clock. And that way it's 6 o'clock for you guys out there in Washington. And then 7 o'clock for you there in Colorado. And set 8 o'clock here for us in Texas. But Tuesday nights, I want to make sure they're open for all of our Hope Givers. And it doesn't matter if they're a brand new partner or if they've been around a while. We're going to be doing basics and information that's going to really help you with growing your business. So tonight we're going to talk about some of the things that we've got coming up and how you can actually leverage your business. But a lot of people start and they set a goal when they start sharing and they are bringing on customers and partners. They're generally doing their first goals are around making enough money because they're looking for some leverage, whether they want to supplement an income and have like a side hustle, or they're wanting to make enough money to pay for their products, right? Their goals around making some more money, right? Or their goals around helping people because they just feel so great themselves and they see the value and the benefit of blessing others and they want to just help other people. I have found though, generally most people aren't wanting to help people for free forever, right? Like you might share with your best friend, your mom, your, daughter for free, but then after a while you're like, okay, this is actually a little bit of work. So you want to make some money, right? Even if it's to pay for your product. Or sometimes people, are starting the business for the flexibility. They want something with more time freedom, right? So that could be a reason. They're looking for some more time so that they can, have a schedule that allows them like to work with their husband or to, farm on the side, things like that, right? So they're looking for that time flexibility and they really probably need to make a little bit of money, but they also want that flexibility because they don't want to have to cut back on other lifestyle things that they need or want, right? And then sometimes people, set a goal and are just wanting to have the opportunity to travel more, right? To go places, to experience things that they haven't experienced before. So you kind of have to figure out what are the partners that you're starting want for this, right? What do you want for this? And at the beginning of every month, I encourage people to set goals. Well, last week we launched our social media, stuff that we're doing. And those I think are honestly going really good. I've seen a few of you guys be consistent with your posting. I've seen you get some good interactions with the engagement posts, sharing your story. One of my other new partners, Christine Bowker, who I can't wait to introduce you guys to. And right now she's going to be catching the Tuesday night recordings, but she followed the first 5 days of this stuff and she's already hit her quick start and she's at 1,300 PV, you guys. Okay. So it's pretty exciting because she did write a good story. A lot of people related. We started three-way messages, right? And the 4 people that she's onboarded have all gotten kits because that's what she got, right? So that's exactly how this is supposed to work. Now, in order for her to grow and continue, she's got to keep sharing for the rest of the month, right? Which we've got 2 or 3 other conversations going, so we can get to manager probably by the end of September, because today's only the 10th, right? But then if she wants to grow next month, she's got to have partners. You've got to have partners, and you've got to know what to do with those partners. And that's where that onboarding system we have comes in, because it's just so easy. Oh, well, I know exactly what you need to do. Sign up right here, log in. You're going to get text messages and emails. It's going to tell you exactly what to do, but I'll also be checking in with you. And then that's when it's your job to go back and make sure that they're actually posting, that they're actually doing the information, that they're actually doing, if you noticed, every step has a post that they put on social media. It gives them why they do it. It explains the why. It gives them examples. And then at the end, they have a task. And the tasks, that's honestly the secret formula for long-term growth, because your tasks are you actually having authentic conversations and reaching out to people. And that goes back to everything we learned this summer from Bob Heilig with your likes and loves and comments and all those things, right? But those authentic conversations lead into you continuing to make connections with people, adding them to your sales or to your groups, which really truly your groups are a sales funnel. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight, because guess what we have starting next Monday, the 16th? Anybody want to unmute and say what it is?
Oh, it's the September Slim Down.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Our September Slim Down. So that's exciting, because I'm going to share the flyer that we have so far. And Kaylee's going to make us a few more tomorrow. But honestly, Tracy, you're great at making things. And the big thing is, you don't have to, there is no such thing as a perfect graphic. That's not what sponsors people. A graphic generally doesn't. Now, it might pique interest, but what gets people excited, what gets people enrolled to do things is your own excitement and you following up with people. Okay, so our September slip down starts September 16th. It is a $5 entry. We are opening this up to prospects. Okay, so that's what we're going to share and talk about a little bit tonight, is how do you leverage something like this? Because every single month we have at least 2 things for you to plug people into, that if you leverage them, one, it's going to save you time, which makes you money. Okay, because you're not having to produce the information all by yourself. We're doing it together as a team. 2, it's going to help you close sales, because it's going to get people off the fence, because it's going to give them something to plug into, things like that. And that's going to make you money. Okay. So you've got to realize in network marketing, when you go back to those goals and why people are doing things and why you're doing things, you're going to make money, or you're going to save money and leverage time and get time back. That actually makes you money. And that's really unique with what we have to offer people when it comes to a business opportunity. Okay. And especially with what we have with our team. So our September Slim Down starts September 16th. It is a $5 entry. There's going to be cash and prizes, daily coaching. We're going to go over the supplements, and we're going to be telling people why they work, what they're doing. We're going to have menus. We're going to do the 8-day the first week, and then we're going to move into a high performance eating plan with a special menu for September. We're going to give people exactly what to go get at the grocery store, and then we'll have our cash pot at the end. Okay, so that's something I want you guys to make sure you're sharing. And we do have flyers in our HopeGiver chat, our messenger chat. We do have flyers over in boards under new this month. If you're looking for something, like, where do I find it? If you have access to boards, it's also new this month. If you don't have boards, that's okay. It's in the messenger chat. And I will make sure there's stuff in on our guides in the HopeGiver Facebook group. Okay, right now I don't know that's in guides, but I do think there's some information out there about it. The other thing is, where are we hosting this? Who wants to unmute and say where we're hosting it? Do you know, Katrina? She's looking at me. I don't know if she's unmuted. It's in Gut Driven Living. Okay, so our Gut Driven Living Facebook group is a group that you guys can take advantage of. And it has prospects in it, it has customers in it, it has partners in it. Okay. So I want you to know that that is something that will also save you time and make you money.
Mhm.
How do you think it can save you time and make you money? Deanna, do you have thoughts on that? Because I know you've done a few weight loss challenges before.
Just because it's already there and anyone can see what we're doing and see the value of what we've got, the products, learning about the products and learning about how simple the system is to follow, the eating, and just how simple everything is.
And so by seeing it, what can that do if it's a prospect?
Then it just gives them another touch on the feeling that maybe this is right for them.
Yep. And so then when they sign up, who makes money? Yeah, it's your prospect who makes the money, right? And then, so that's how it can help you make money. Now it can help you leverage your time because you've got the community that you plug your people into, right? So they're getting coaching, they're getting ideas. You're not having to show up every day and tell them, this is how you mix your gut glow. And remember, only use a quarter of the prebiotic or it might make you go to the bathroom, right? You're not having to show up every day. It's your team. So you're getting them to give tips. I will tell you, I don't educate myself about all of the products, you guys. I don't. I let you guys educate my people. And then I watch you and I learn from you. I've learned so much about GLPX from Tracy. I've never done that research. In fact, back when we were at conference and we had our in August and we had the special scientists in that workshop, y'all, I don't remember hardly anything from that workshop. It was great information, but I don't hardly remember any of it. What I've learned is from here, the events that we've had and things like that, that we show up and then I watch what we're telling people and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. Then I go do it, it works. Okay, so that's exactly right. So I'm going to share with you some specific activities because the other thing that's important is that you've got to show up. Your business isn't going to build itself, right? And when I say you've got to show up, I don't mean you just post on social media. I mean, there's actually actions you've got to do. And it goes back to even the onboarding process that we just launching your social media. There's a post, there's why you do it, there's examples of how to do it, that are successful posts, and then there's tasks. The tasks are the key in helping you make the actual money and close the sales. So I'm going to share with you guys some IPAs that we put together on leveraging groups. Oh, that's your personal. Sorry. I'm going to disconnect the media there. Sorry. All right. This one is what I want to share with you first. How you can leverage the groups. Okay. And I think Andrea initially made this so it says magic of metabolism. I haven't changed it. She gave me the Canva link, but I got busy this afternoon and I forgot to change it. So, but you just got to know this is how you can help other people see the hope and opportunity through our products, right? And you can actually give them some value. One is inviting them, and not to mention inviting them to gut driven living. Okay, inviting them to On My Way, and I'll post these, but I'll update them before we post them. Okay, letting them see that with the invitations that you have to follow up that they accept the invites too, because those are they're not hidden groups, but they are private groups. I guess On My Way is hidden, but like people can't just go search it in Facebook and find it. They have to actually be invited, but that's because of the group track system on it. Whereas with gut driven living, it is findable. Like people could find it and just request to join. Of course, they have to be approved to join, and they are approved by somebody who's an admin. I think Tracy might be an admin on it. I know I am. Deanna might too. But then once you invite them, then they can kind of follow along and see things. But if you never invite them, then that's not right. It's not gonna matter. There is a I want to show you on, I'll share my screen. But I don't know if you've noticed in the gut driven living, it is actually welcoming the people that are joining. Okay. So in Facebook, gut driven living, right? If you scroll, look, let's welcome our new members. Okay. And I can change this message if you guys don't like it, but if you want to make money with Singular, this is a place for you. Start the guides and do the tasks guide 1 and 2, give up, then keep up with the videos featured in this features section. Come back here for special promotions and information. I don't know why it says if you want to make money with this. I'm gonna have to change that part. It's supposed to say if you want to probably feel better. But look at all the people that joined. Okay, I think this was the initial message that was in Limitless. Sorry, guys. I'm just noticing that. But look at all these people. These were the people that were invited this last week. They need to be your people. If you really want to leverage the group, you need to be inviting to it every week. Cool thing is that then you can see if they accept it or not, because it does welcome them at the end of the week. But if you are consistent, you should invite at least 3 people a day to check out Gut Driven Living. Now, ideally, they're people that are already interacting with the social media that you're putting out, or they're talking back to you from, they see you in town and they say, oh my gosh, Lynette, you look so great. And you say, oh, it's this collagen. I love collagen, right? So then you go home and you say, oh, Susie Q asked, or she said I looked great and I told her it was collagen. I'm going to invite her to Gut Driven Living. And you send her an invite. You say, hey, I know you mentioned how good I look. I really appreciate that. It's so nice to be noticed. By the way, I've got a free group called Gut Driven Living. I would like for you to check it out. There's information about the collagen I use in there. You invite them. Okay, they accept, they'll show up here, but then they can walk through the guides and watch the information, right? But I will update that message. Okay. So that's something for you to know. Okay. And that's something that's so important when it comes to really building and leveraging those groups. Okay. Now some other things that you can do. You can create a group chat with your upline. Okay. What is the group chat? Well, the group chat is initially when you have somebody reach out. So Katrina, you have a friend and they say, hey, what are you doing? It looks like you've lost weight, or you have got less wrinkles or whatever. You say, oh my gosh, I love this product. And I'll get you some more information. I'll send you a message on Messenger and I'll connect you also with my friend who helps mentor me and guide me, who's helped me on my journey, however you want to say it, Tracy. So you start a 3-way message, right? That group chat is going to allow Tracy to introduce or to meet them to share her story. It is not meant for it to be a place where we vomit on people. Okay, we don't just all the information. We ask them about them. We talk to them about them, right? We maybe share a little bit of the information in an orderly fashion about what it is, okay? And why we're doing Singular, right? We share our own story and we ask them about them and we try to relate to what they might need, okay? But if you don't know how to do that conversation, for sure, get your upline involved. I will tell you, Deanna knows how to lead all the conversations. I usually just jump in there and share my story, and sometimes she has to remind me to share it a couple of times. But she knows what to tell them because she's done this and helped so many people already. Okay. But that's one way that you can also really support and coach your people. Okay. The other thing that you can do is we can opt them in for project broadcast messages. Okay. And I do have project broadcast messages level are built out. We call them a cheering chat, basically. They also, if they order a kit, they get Xander. But you have to. I've realized my people don't actually read the message from Xander that tells them start. Most of them don't. They get the text message that they like, welcome to Singular, but they forget to say start. And Xander will not start messages unless they reply back. So I've been having to tell all my new starts that are getting the X bundle, X plus, and X advanced that they have to actually search their text messages for the word Xander or the word Singular, and then it comes up, oh, here it is. I just type in start. So when they type in start, it starts sending them the reminders. And they only come with X bundle, X plus, and X advanced. It doesn't have what they got collective, or if they do a custom order, they won't get Xander. So then the next option is for them to opt in for Project Broadcast messages. Now, Project Broadcast is a separate program. It is a text message reminders, basically. And I will send out messages for specials and things like that. But it's a great way for you to leverage your time. If you want your own Project Broadcast, it's only $10 a month. And it does work as, if you did want it, you could copy the campaigns I've already got. Okay, so if you do ever want it yourself, just let me know. But until you're really hitting in the manager level or higher, I say don't invest in it. The money you make, at the manager level, if you're only depending on reorders, you're probably making $250 to $350 a month. If you are signing people up and getting the new enrollments, remember you get the 20% commission on your front line and you get basically the double commission on your top 4 levels. You're getting usually like $400 to $500 a month in income. Okay, so just remember $10, especially in today's economy. I mean, right? So if you don't need to invest for that Project Broadcast and you just want to use mine, I do tag the people as to who they're under. So I usually know, I will know, Katrina, that you're under Tracy, right? If you were getting messages from me. But the first messages are based off of basically an 8-day. And then it moves and lets them choose if they want an accelerated food plan, which is high performance eating or keto, or if they want slow and steady food plan, which is low carb. Okay. And after that, after the first 8 days, it really only sends them a message like once a week. It's not that much, but it kind of checks in on them, reminds them to set up a subscription, reminds them to reach back out to their coach and set up a call, reminds them about specials and promos that we've got. That's basically about it. Okay. And people can opt out. They just have to type the word stop if they don't want the messages, and it doesn't hurt my feelings. Okay. But that is something that we have. Okay. So then the other way that you can support your people is before their kit arrives or the day it arrives or the day they start, get on a quick video chat with them. Tell them some special tips. Like the couple of the big tips that I say is make sure you're drinking your water every day. Make sure you're eating protein if you're hungry every single day. Make sure if you're taking zinc, you don't take it on an empty stomach. And for sure, don't take zinc with coffee or you will have the burps all day long. Okay. If you're taking the prebiotic fiber, you probably do need to start off with half of a packet, right? And if you're sensitive to caffeine at all, you want to make sure and take your term steak before 2 o'clock. So those are kind of the basics of what I tell people. Sometimes I tell them to expect a little bit of detox. Usually it hits about day 2 to 4. And what detox looks like is a little bit of nausea, a little bit of, maybe not feeling like you want to eat, maybe going to the bathroom too much or too little. Those are all typical detox symptoms. It doesn't mean the product's not working, and it doesn't mean that you're allergic to anything or anything. You'll push through, give it another 48 hours, and usually they'll go away. Okay. So I kind of tell people that initially on their first kit, on their first, before they start the products or the day of them starting the products. And then that helps with them sticking to it, right? I also tell them to weigh and measure. And in boards, we do have these cheer chat. It's under the HopeGiver verbiage section. So I'll share that with you guys too, so that you just know where to find it, because it is a really good resource for you. And like I said, if you are new to this and you already And if you don't have boards, that's okay. But in the HopeGiver board, under HopeGiver verbiage, okay, this is the cheer chat stuff. The WYW means while you wait. So if they're waiting on their kit, and then the days 1 through 9, and then accelerated coaching is the faster weight loss, which is high performance eating or keto, and then flexible coaching is basically low carb. Okay. There's also these other graphics here. These are really helpful. Like if somebody's starting out and they got the X bundle plus GLPX, see how it shows them what to do and kind of gives them the outlines. Those are there in the HopeGiver verbiage section. And I mean, there's a couple of different formats. Like some people like boxes, some people like lines. I personally like lines. So you just kind of can send it to different people, but there's basically all the kits are available here, giving them an outline of what to do and how to do it. Also the GLPX hacks, you know, if they need them. But this is really just good information for you to be able to send them if you don't want them in the project broadcast. But this is what they get in project broadcast. Okay. If you want to remember to send them all yourself, you can. But I'm trying to help you with making more money and saving time. Okay. So do you guys have any questions on any of that?
So if we want to add them to your project broadcast, do we just need to submit you all the phone numbers and whatnot, or just tell
Or
you?
just tell me, or just tell me,
Okay.
because they're in the back office.
Okay.
And you just tell your people, hey, my friend Melissa, you know, or my coach Melissa, or you know, but usually they'll already know me, especially because it's, you know, Tracy, you introduced me to everybody. Then say, hey, Melissa has an option for you to get text message reminders. I found it really helpful. After, you know, your first couple of months, you probably won't need them, but it's really helpful the first few months.
Yeah.
Right. And then they can opt in and opt out. But it does help give you some time freedom. So if you know, have 5 new people starting, then you don't have to be the one to check in and remember to send them the messages every day. It automatically happens.
Yeah.
So with the weight loss challenge coming up, there are some other activities that you guys can do. So I'm going to share this with you too. And these, how many of you guys know what IPA means? Right. Yep. Income producing activity, right? So, if you zoom in on this, and like I said, I'm going to edit this because it says magic to metabolism, but really it's gut driven living. So there are some activities that you can do yourself to help leverage the group and leverage your time. And actually, these tasks are what will help you make money. It puts your stuff out in front of more people, especially if you've got prospects on the fence or you've got even customers. Because when customers reorder, we make money too, right? So adding 10 to 20 friends daily using the invite button in the group. Does everybody know where the invite button is? Katrina, you know where it's at? Give me a thumbs up. Because I can show you guys if it's not. And we send a message to the person, right? When you invite them, make sure you're sending a message. Hey, I invited you to this group. Go check it out. Like I kind of give you guys an example earlier when I was talking of, you know, if somebody talks to you in person, what you'd say. Then tag them when they've accepted it. Tag them. I did a live today with Amy, who's a new girl that started, and she actually encourages people to be a part of the weight loss challenge and stuff. Tag your prospects in that video and say, hey, check this video out about what Amy said. She lost 7.5 pounds in her first 8 days, right? And then you can tag them. You can also do this in the group On My Way if you guys want to. Those are our two basically groups, Gut Driven Living and On My Way. We also have Limitless, which I want to give a shout out to Tracy because she had a prospect or a call with a guy who's interested in the business and she already added him to Limitless and tagged him. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Right? So that then they can check out more information. But, you know, message them and say, thank you for accepting the invite. Thank you for being a part of the group. Then when you go in and comment, in the group. So you would comment on at least 5 posts in Gut Driven Living, or comment in On My Way. It shows back in their newsfeed, everybody that you invited. And everybody that you had, you know, that it shows if they're already accepted on the page, it shows in their notifications that Melissa is over in this page talking. So then they're like, oh, my notifications, what's Melissa saying? Oh, that's that Gut Driven Living group. Oh, I'm gonna listen to this story. Oh my gosh, I totally relate to that lady. I'm gonna buy the product. Okay. Like I literally, this is what's happened to me many, many times. Like that's kind of the way it works. And it does take me following up too, and then posting weekly or daily tips, your journey. That's why I have you guys sign up, right? And that's why we've been doing the testimonials. And if any of you guys want to go live and interview any of your new people and have them share their story on a testimonial Tuesday or talk Thursday, you are more than welcome. This group is your group too. And I will tell you, I have gone to people before when they're doing really good on our products, like Kaylee, when she lost her first 25 pounds in a month. I said, Kaylee, you have got to go live with me and post your stuff. I want to. I've never done that. I'm shy. I'm an introvert. I will interview you. And like I have the outline for what we ask, what we have people, what you ask, and you just print it off from me, and then you go live, you add them in, you ask them the questions, right? That gets them to share, and then that gets them comfortable, and then they're excited because they're actually winning in life. That's what being a hope giver is all about. It's helping people have hope, right? And now they're winning, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna invite all my friends now because I feel like I did such a good job, right? And then their friends watch their story, and then they're like, oh, I'm gonna start too. That's how it works. Let the group do the work for you by building the know, like, and trust and adding value to the conversation with your people and your prospects. Let the groups do that. But if you're not involved in the groups, you can't do that. So, I'm gonna edit these IPAs and these tips for you guys and give them to you so you have them written down. But I see a lot of you taking good notes, so you should be able to start on this. But if you will do some of these activities during your 1 hour a day that you're working your business, you will see your business start growing. Because it's not all about just posting on social media and having those 45 people or 200 people or whatever see your stuff. I've
Will you
done
go grab it, please?
I've done a couple of videos the last I guess they were reels, and I've got 1,600 2,000 2,500 views, but nobody's bought stuff yet. Now part of it could be the hook, whatever. The thing is, people see it, but I am having to go back and actually connect with the people that are watching it that have maybe a similar profile as mine, like a busy mom, and build the relationship so that then I can invite them to the group, let the group start doing the work, right? Because it's not always what you're doing on social media that's going to get people to raise their hand and say yes. I actually remember one reason why Alexis Atwood reached out to me years ago, Lynette, was because she saw a group and she saw before and afters, and she saw me sharing my story in the Facebook group, and she was like, okay, I want to know what you're doing. That's how it worked. And now you're here. Okay. So do you guys have any questions? That's kind of what I wanted to go over tonight, especially because we have our September 16th slim down. So if you want more people to jump on board and do it, invite your prospects to the group, tell them to check it out, tell them to buy in for $5. They don't have to have product to buy in and be a part of it or to do the entry, but they're going to have better results if they want to really lose weight if they have product. So do you have any questions or anything?
Are the products that we need to have more like the X bundles, things like that?
Well,
Is
if
that
they want
our-
to lose weight, they're going to lose weight faster using probably an X bundle.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I will tell you, some people do great with the gut health if they have hormone problems, or if they've done the X bundles in the past and they're needing something new, the gut health might be the answer, but it's usually gut health with GLP-X, right?
Yeah.
So when I do have people that come to me and they say they want to lose 20 pounds, I'm always recommending an X bundle. If they say they want to lose 7 pounds, and they have some hormonal problems, bloating and digestion, I'll probably recommend Gut Collective plus GLPX. But I will tell you too, do what's the most simple for your newest person. Like if they are a structured, disciplined person and they want to get their weight off, do an X bundle. I did have one lady who only needed to lose 10 pounds. She did a Gut Collective and she lost like 4 pounds. And she was like, that's not fast enough in the month. So she bought the X bundle the next month. Right? So I'm like, why should I just sold her the X bundle at first? But now she's used all the products. So that's, you know, you just have to kind of decide and budget. But remember, the Gut Collective is $334. The X bundle is $374, and that's with GLPX. Both of them, you know. So they're really similar in price point. One thing I did also, was going to share with you guys real quick. And sorry, this is running a little long. I want to get all your questions answered, is in boards, if you do go to the fast chat, okay? And let's say they come in and they say, I want weight loss, I want to lose 20 pounds, right? This is the fast chat that Jana's been using, and this is also what I've been using for people wanting to lose 15 or more pounds, basically. Okay? And it does give them the option right here. I love this little graphic because it shows them the Power Duo, 150 bucks, less than 150 bucks. It shows them the Power Trio. Sorry, that's fast. Less than 200 bucks. Like, I feel like these price points are pretty reasonable. Then it shows them the Gut Collective at 334, right? And then it shows them the X bundle with GLPX at 374. So this does give them a pretty good option of I think products for starting. And it does have Jana's video, which is a 3-part system video. Any of you guys could remake that if you wanted to, but I've just been using hers. And she kind of likes this option with the Power Duo, the Power Trio, and the X Factor. But I felt like if somebody's really trying to lose weight, they need more than probably the X Factor, because the X Factor is trim sticks, zinc, collagen, and GLPX. I feel like they'd do better with the Gut Collective or the X bundle. So that's why, I mean, so you kind of have those options. That's the weight loss one that I've been using as far as like help, you know, kind of a flow of a conversation. I will tell you, not all of it fits in all the time. Sometimes I add something in, I voice message. The Gut Health Fast Chat, what I do like about it is it has more elevated questions. So if you get into a conversation with somebody, they say, I'm a wreck, I need everything. Well, you can't really make a recommendation off of that. Right? I mean, you can tell them, okay, spend $750 to get the X Advance. But most people will be like, heck no, I don't care if I'm a wreck, you know? So what you gotta do is you gotta ask more questions. Well, how do you ask questions? This is what I do like about the gut health one, the conversation, and I will sometimes come here and get some of these questions, even if somebody's looking for weight loss, but I'll ask them more elevated questions. Like, okay, I hear you, you know, and you don't have to say this first part. You just say, hey, energy is something that I struggle with too. Tell me, how well do you sleep? When's your energy the worst? Because if you can get them talking to you and saying to you, well, I never have energy. Well, they're a better case for the product, right? But if they say, oh, I only lack energy on Friday nights when I'm out drinking till 4 o'clock in the morning. And you know, like, well, right? They probably won't say that exactly, but you know, if you get them talking, you can make a better recommendation. And then I also really like this question, that elevates the weight loss side is, if they say slow, like on the weight loss, it kind of goes into why us, like what is working with us, right? I think it's the one that says about, oh, here. Do you want to lose slow and steady, or do you want to lose fast? Because in my mind, the faster is going to be probably an X bundle recommendation. And then probably with the keto and HPE food plan, right? But if they want to lose slow and steady, they could probably do Gut Collective, or they could do X bundle with a low carb plan. Okay. So that kind of gives you guys, you can look through these and see, but don't get caught up in what it says. Just do the reach outs and talk to people. So does anyone else have questions? Okay.
Katrina, you have boards on your phone, right? We downloaded that for you. Boards, you downloaded boards on the app. Okay. So I know with boards, you get 3 free boards. I upgraded because I just found out how much easier it is, how much life is easier with it. But for like Katrina, Celine, some of the brand new partners, they can upload the content, the information, but photos you can't upload. So just so you know, you can kind of screenshot them, make them work. That was my frustration with boards a little bit, was trying to get some of the photos to go to my customers or prospects. So yeah, but if I remember right, you can send off the text, right? The content, the information that you're trying to get to your customer. Okay.
Yeah, you can copy the text, you just can't always download the photos. But if you have the upgraded board, you can send the photo straight from the board and it goes just as if it was an image. But I do think it's boards cost what, $10 a month too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But just as long as our team knows that if they need something from there, a specific photo, like Katrina, just for an example, you can reach out to me and say, hey, can you please go grab me that photo? I really want to use it, and I'll get it to you. So
yes, exactly. And a lot of times we do put the videos and the photos into Messenger chat, into the HopeGiver Messenger chat. So if you'll just go look over there, you might have it. And I was going to show in the Messenger chat, I'll show this. You can actually go in and see in our 2024 HopeGiver chat. Oops. Oh. Okay. Look at, you can go in and view media and files, right? Oh, look, Lynette has a little album. See, she's already highlighted when we had the sales, right? They're right there. But look, you can see all this media, so you could go in and grab these flyers. They're right here under the media option, right? So then if there is a flyer you really, really want, like back when we did this, you could just go get it from the Messenger chat under the media files. So you see I went there for the very top, right? And then view media files and links, and it's all right there. Okay, so that kind of shows you, but that's why we do have some of these resources for you, so it's easier to find, and then it makes your life easier. So I'm excited for where we're headed. I hope this training was helpful. And I hope you guys, I really encourage you to go through this week, every day, do some of those IPAs. I'll post that IPA sheet and tracker for you guys so you can start using it tomorrow. So does anyone else have any questions? Nope. Thank you for being on tonight.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
thank you.
All right,
you.
guys. Have a fantastic night. We will plan to see you if you want to be on the training tomorrow, Wednesday, at noon. Robin usually does a training. She is kind of starting a little think tank thing too, that will be for people that really want to grow, and they'll be probably sharing ideas of activities, like sharing, what they're doing for their sip and sees, things like that. So be looking for that. But really, our 2 weekly trainings every week will be Tuesday night, the HopeGiver training, 8 p.m. Central, and then Wednesday at noon, you can jump on with Robin and see her stuff. But I feel like our HopeGiver one is going to be the basics. Anybody can plug in, anybody can pick up with what we're doing. They'll learn and they can go implement it and make money. So, and I'd love to know too, of those 4 types of people that set goals and like why people are doing the business, where are you? Send me a message and let me know. Are you doing it for the side money? Are you doing it for your products to get paid for? Are you doing it for the free travel? Are you doing it because you just love people and you're helping them? So, all right, you guys have a good evening.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Also,
Thank
too,
you.
something really exciting. I think
Yes.
Celine's gonna hit manager this month.
Yeah.
We're only one customer away.
Okay, so then you know what? We need to try to get her to Zingfest so she can cross stage.
I know. I'm gonna work
Remember
on
Zing
that.
Fest? Yeah, Zing Fest is the first weekend of October, October 3rd through the 6th. And it is, if you've never been to an event, you call in a corporate and you get the ticket for $57. Normally it's like
Yeah.
$149. So.
Yep.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, you guys have a great night.
You
Thanks.
too.